Hey everyone. So I'm gonna wait just a moment. I know that Chloe wanted us to go live, see who would go live today, and just share with you all different ways of how we're all leading, because I know that we're all not the same, and I know that we all have different ideas and different things that we're doing to lead our teams. So I'm gonna give it just a moment and see if anybody hops on. If not, that's okay. I'll just post it in here and y'all can go back and watch the replay. So when y'all hop on, say hello, give me a hashtag sense. That's what I do when I go live. Give me a hashtag sense. It's a little chilly in Florida today, but it feels good. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right on into it because we're only supposed to talk for 5 minutes. I'm going to try to only talk for 5 minutes. All right, so for me, the way that I am leading is I am making it a non-negotiable of going live once a month on my team page for everybody on the team, every single person. There's 120 of us, and I am making it a non-negotiable once a month to go live and talk about a certain topic that I feel will help my team, and that's everybody included. Not only am I doing that, but I have now started once a month going live for leads and above, and we do a Zoom call with that for leads and above, and we are talking about certain things that will help the leaders on our team, help them lead, because a lot of the leaders on my team are brand new. They've only been part of Scentsy. Well, I've only been part of Scentsy going on 11 months. So a lot of the ladies on our team are very new, and I've had several promote very quickly. So I talked to Chloe about it, and I wanted to help. Good morning. Help lead those that want to lead. Okay. So with the regular monthly training calls, I'm actually doing one today, a training live on my team page, and we're going to talk about parties 101. We're going back to the basics because a lot of the girls, I'm going to be honest, a lot of my team are having trouble with parties, and I don't think that they're understanding that there is no right or wrong way to party. They just need to find what's going to work for them. If Facebook parties isn't working, then I'm trying to teach them, find other ways. Maybe do a text message party. Maybe do a messenger party. In-home parties. I mean, a lot of people are starting to open up their homes now, letting people come do stuff. So that is actually the training that I am doing today with my team is Parties 101. We're getting back to the basics, right? Because without parties, you're not going to have high PRV. Without parties, your PRV is not going to be great. I've seen that firsthand. Hi, Sherry. So that is how I'm leading. I am making it a non-negotiable for myself and for my team that I will do a monthly training once a month on our team page, and those that want it will show up. Now, I have a lot of ladies that work during the day, but during the day is what works best for me to go live, and I always post the training so that they can go back and rewatch it. I want y'all to understand you have to do what is best for you and not trying to cater to everybody's needs on your team. And the reason I say that is because if you ask them what time is best for y'all for me to go live to do a training, you're going to have all different time frames, right? So do what is best for you. What's going to work in your schedule? Guess what? When you go live and you talk to them and you do a training, you can post it. They can always go back and rewatch the replay, okay? But I know that those that can watch it during the day, which a majority of them can, if they want it, they're going to be on and they're going to watch it. But not only am I wanting them to watch it, I want them to implement what I'm training them on. Because if they're just sitting there watching it and they're not implementing what I'm asking them to do, they're basically watching it and wasting time. And I learned that from Chloe. When I knew that I was joining Scentsy, I told myself I was going to watch everything possible. I was going to watch those that I needed to watch, and I was going to implement every single thing that they told us in those trainings. And if I'm being real and honest with you guys, I'm going back to Guide to Growth, and I'm going to start re-watching Guide to Growth because I haven't watched those since I first joined. And yes, life gets crazy, but I've got to start not only giving so much to my team, but I've got to give so much to myself. My business comes first, right? We learned that last night on the training call. Our business comes first. And then when we feel like our business is doing great, then we need to pour into our team more, right? And you can only work with those that's going to work, you guys. Stop. And it's hard because I'm a person that feels like I need to reach out to everybody. I need to work with everybody. But there are girls on my team that literally have tried to suck me dry by asking questions over and over and over and over and over and over that are the same people that ask the same questions over and over and over and over and over, that I've told them what they should be doing and they're not implementing it because their PRV is not showing it. Their sponsoring is not showing it, right? So just remember to take time for yourself. Do the things and show up for your team, but realize also that not everybody on your team is going to implement what you're asking or what you're training on, okay? And that's okay. That's why we need to sponsor every single month, because you're going to have girls that want to be part of Scentsy, but then you're also going to have girls that want it, but they're not willing to work for it. And if they're not willing to work for it, then I'm not willing to waste my time on them. My time is too precious. I have goals and dreams for myself, for my family that I need to reach. And I'm not going to waste it anymore on those that are not willing to implement the trainings that I'm doing. It's just not worth it. So that is how I'm leading. Yes, I love Guide to Growth. I'll be honest with you guys, the last couple of days, I've just not... The devil's trying to attack me. I know that's what it is, but I have not had internet since last Thursday. Thank God they came and fixed it last night. But that did not stop me. It literally, when I would do a reel on Instagram, it would not post until the next day. But it didn't stop me from reaching out to my team. I talk to my entire team every day, but here and there. I don't focus like all day on them, but I do like good morning to all of them, see how they're doing, see if anybody needs anything. Actually posted this morning, was like, I want to set up a team chat, or not a team chat, I want to set up a team training call with one person tomorrow. Who wants it? If they want it, they're going to show up. And I'll be honest, I have a lot of girls that are very quiet. And then I have the same girls that want to do a team chat, like text call every single month. And I'm like, no, let's wait a few months. So I'm trying to get my team to like break out of their shell, because I have some girls that like, they're just introverted, and so am I, but Scentsy has brought out a different side of me that I never knew was there. So just work with your team, show up daily, let them see that you're working, because listen, if you're not being consistent, then you can't expect your team to be consistent. If you're not willing to put in the work for your team and do at least one training a month for them, you can't expect them to show up and implement what you're asking if you're not building that connection, building that bond with them, okay? So I not only talk about Scentsy, I ask them about their lives. I want to know what's going on. Are they having a hard day? Are they going through some things? I've just not felt like myself the last couple of days, but I've still worked my business. Just some things like, you know, life happens, things happen. So just because life and things happen, you still have a team, you still have girls that are looking up to you, you still have things that need to be done in your business. It's okay to take a step back, but it's also, you also have to realize to take that step back on that one day, but get back on the horse the next day and like do the dang thing, okay? So my way of leading is once a month I do a team training on my team page for every single person on our team. And then once a month, I do a team Zoom call with leads and above. And I do have a couple in there that are not lead yet, but I see the potential. Like they are working hard. They show up every day. They're consistent. Like they are just right there. You know those people, like when they join your team and they're just right out of the gate running, but then something happens and they're just like right there. You see the potential. They just need to like implement a little bit more. I do have a couple of those that I added to our lead and above call because I want them to hear some things. I want maybe what I say in there will just like jumpstart them and get them to where they need to be. So that's the way I'm leading my team. Be specific and ask the hard questions. It's okay. I kind of had a deep, just some questions that I asked my team this morning, and kind of like was like, if you're not at 200 and you're not active yet, that needs to be your goal by the 5th of every month. That's my expectation for my team. And if you're not there yet, then you need to look and see why you're not there yet. And that was a hard conversation because for me, I feel like I'm a people pleaser and I feel like I need to be nice all the time, but that's not the business we're in, because if I worked a 9 to 5 and I didn't complete a task, or if my sales weren't where they needed to be in a 9 to 5 job, you best believe the boss would be calling me in and being like, okay, Serena, we need to reevaluate what's going on. Why have you not hit your first step of your monthly PRV, right? Or your sales goals. So it's okay to have hard conversations. Your team is going to like you better for that, because they're going to see that, dang, this woman has been watching. She is in her workstation. She's looking through her reporting tab and she knows that I'm not active yet. So I need to like get my butt in gear and figure out why I'm not active and what I need to do to make sure I'm active. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps y'all like kind of step out of your shell a little bit more and get more involved with your team if you're not already. Even if you only have 2 people on your team, it's okay. It's okay. They need all the love too. So if you're not doing team trainings, this has changed my team so much. It's why our team did, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's why our team did over $40,000 last month. Really is. It's my team. Like, I love them so much and they know that. And my team is so strong and we have a bond because I have been open and honest with them. When I'm having a hard day, I let them know that. They know that it's not always rainbows and sunshine. And if I'm going through some things, I let them know that. Like, I'm open and honest. And I'm going to tell you, you need to be open and honest with your team. They're going to appreciate you so much for that. They're going to show up more for that. They're going to work harder because you're open and honest with them. They're going to come to you more because you're open and honest with them. So team trainings, if you don't know what to train on, maybe reflect on what you feel like your team needs more of. Like I said, we're going to talk about Parties 101 today at 11 o'clock on my team page. That's what I'm talking about, because I really feel like they have so many questions and I want them to know, like, parties is not difficult. You just have to find what you need to do, to be having successful parties. So hopefully this helped. I love you guys. Thank you for hopping on here. This was the time that worked best for me. So I got to go get geared up, but, make sure that you're taking notes for your team. I take notes all the time on certain things. I'm a pen and paper kind of girl, so just let your team know that you're there. Oh, that's awesome, Megan. I'm telling you, the 3 legs of success is amazing, and parties is a big thing for PRV. It's the biggest, in my opinion. It really is. And then, you know, having that connection and building that connection with your customers and your team. Building that connection with your team is so important. I cannot tell you, if you don't have a connection with your team, then that's probably why your team is not being successful. You got to build that relationship. And that's what I did a lot last month. That's why I sponsored 16 people last month, because I had already built some relationships, but then I had new people that were starting to watch me, and I was like asking them questions, how they were doing, like, do they love their job? Just building that connection. I'm always about building that connection, because if I didn't have a connection with Chloe, I would have never joined Scentsy. I'm just going to be real, because the person that I used to buy Scentsy from before Chloe, she never ever reached out to me and thanked me for the 3 orders I placed with her. She never sent me a thank you card. She never said thank you on Facebook. She didn't do anything. And I went to school with her. So, anywho, Chloe always stepped up and made sure I was okay. And even when I was not part of Scentsy and she knew things was going on, she was always there for me. So I learned so much from that, because I want to be that leader that's there for her team, but also not like overdoing it and burning myself out. So build that connection, build that bond. You're going to notice a huge difference in your business and in your team. So that's how I'm leading. Go back to doing, if you're not doing team trainings, you cannot expect your team to learn and grow. I'm being honest. Listen, I know that most of us probably don't feel like we are good enough to do a team training. Like, what's so special about me to want to do a team training for my team? Well, you are special. God created you. God called you to Scentsy. God called the people to your team. He wanted you to be a leader. So now it's time for us to step up and be a leader and show our team what we expect and what we should be doing, and how to be successful, and how we're leading and what we're doing as a leader. I never ever ask my team to do anything I'm not willing to do. They know that. If I ask my girl to be active by the 5th, I'm going to make sure I'm active by the 3rd. Can I let y'all in on a secret? I make sure I'm active on the 1st. 200 on the 1st, 500 by the 5th. That is my goal for myself. And then 2,000 by the 15th. That's my own goal. And my team knows that, because I've told them that. So, I love you guys. Go out there, do some research, watch some trainings from Scentsy. There is so much out there that you can grab little nuggets from and help implement and talk about with your team. And just go live and just help your team. So implement the trainings at least once a month, okay? I love you ladies. Thank y'all for being on here.